Hello, everybody. Hello, Bethany. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday to you and to everybody watching.
Monday. What
Now
do
you
we
might have,
feel about Mondays?
we love Mondays.
Do
It's a
we?
fresh start to a new week.
Yeah, I guess it is. I
It's
guess
a
it
fresh
is. I
start.
prefer Sundays because there's brunch and
Fair enough.
relaxing and sewing for me a lot lately on Sundays.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Sundays are lovely. But no, I love Mondays, back at work, ready to go, fresh start. Like Bethany said, I love that. I'm Melody. I am in the CutterPillar studios. So welcome everybody. Bethany is with us. She is in Nashville at her studio. We are doing something fun this week that we wanted to jump in and tell you all about. We're very excited. We found out Bethany is really, really good, you guys, at finding holidays.
The most obscure holidays ever.
We talk about it in our marketing meetings all the time. There's all these little, well, today is, brush your dog day, or I don't know, whatever it is. Like she finds all of these cute little holidays.
Like,
and so
you got to get crafty and creative when you
do.
need to come up with new fun, like creative marketing things. And you wouldn't believe the amount that we like skip over. Like I think we skipped right over like Penguin Day, which I was kind of bummed about. But I mean, some are a bit of a reach. But I felt like this one was really fun, and it's actually today. Today is National Couples Day.
Yes.
If you've got a couple, a partner, a spouse, like today's the day to celebrate it. Okay.
Today's
yes,
the day
Valentine's and all of that. But like, if you wanted a reason to just celebrate. So what I decided to do, Melody and I thought about this, is I said, well, I want to lean into this. Like we love our CutterPillar products, but how can we share the love in a fun, unique way? And so we're going to be celebrating some of our favorite products, but in a fun way, because we've paired two products together to make their own little couple.
We've created couples.
We created our own little CutterPillar couples.
Yes.
And each day this week, we're going to reveal a new couple, and we're calling them the perfect pairings because our products are known for like working so well together. So we're just kind of curating some new little mini bundles, and we've got them on sale, and we're going to be going through the first one today. And by the way, they're already all up on our website. But we're going to go through all of them each day this week. So Monday through Friday, you'll see a new one. So we've got 5 special couples. It's kind of like, remember like, what is it, the dating game? Not the dating game. What's the one where they're interviewing married couples?
Oh, the newlywed game.
Newlywed game. This is kind of like that, but we're revealing like the 5 couples of the week. But just for you guys to know, and I'm going to show it on the website, there's a special collection on our website called Perfect Pairings, and they're already discounted like our bundles always are.
Yes.
But we've added a code, which is couple goals, to save 20% on top of the already discounted Perfect Pairing products. So we're going to kick off with the first one today. And I would have to say that this is probably a pairing that a lot of people don't think about, but once you see it today, you're going to be like, that makes so much sense. Yeah. So that's really fun. And then outside of these fun videos we're doing, we do have our owners, Brett and Todd, who you guys don't get to see very often here on our YouTube or Facebook, but their wives, Karen and Lindsay, are the ones that do the Sew and Spill Society vlogs when they do those. I asked them, because they are couples, to maybe do something fun. So this is kind of where we ran with it a little further with Couples Week or Couples Day and making it a whole week. Have you ever seen those videos where people like do paintings of each other as like a date night crafty project? And like typically one, it leans towards more of being the crafty person or artistic person, and the other one's just kind of like going along with it because it's a fun activity to do together besides staring at your phones while you're eating dinner, right? So like, I love that they do these. And then like, it's so funny when they reveal them, because one will usually look somewhat like the person and the other one is like not even close, but it's so fun. It's so funny. So I asked Karen and Lindsay, Brett and Todd to come together and do something like that. It won't be a painting thing, but it'll be some sort of craft where I think the ladies are going to kind of teach the guys
them
how to do something. And it's just going to be fun. And it's going to be a fun little date night. And if you would like to tune in and have your own little date night along with them, we highly encourage you to do it, because
or just watch it, because it's going to be,
it's going to be hilarious.
It's going to be, I can't wait to watch it, because it's going to be
so fun. So fun. So that's coming up this week. I just wanted to let you guys know in advance, because it's going to be great. They're going to have a lot of fun. And at the end of the day, the whole purpose of like being crafty and creating is to share it with others. So, you know, like how many times have like Karen and Lindsay have probably gone fishing with Brett and Todd because that's what they love to do. So now Karen and Lindsay get to share what they love to do with Brett and Todd. And I think it's so important in your relationship to share and experience each other's interests at least a little bit. You know, understand it and understand your partner better. So it's going to be fun. Have fun with us this week. We're leaning into all the love. And obviously we love our CutterPillar products. So Melody, kick us off day one of Couples Week. What is our perfect pairing for Monday?
Guys, so we did this perfect pairing. Bethany and I worked together and decided on this one because I know we say all the time that things are our favorites. It's hard to choose a favorite. It's like choosing a favorite child. It's hard to do because you love them all. It's easy for you because you have one of those. I have 3 of those. And while I probably do have a favorite, but it rotates, right? Like the favorites rotate. I believe we all have favorites because sometimes they're giving us a run for our money and we're like, you are not my favorite person right now. But these products that we paired together are probably our favorite child of CutterPillar products. It is, let's just say, listen, we'll just talk about it. We have paired together today, you guys, our CutterPillar Glow Ultra Light Board that comes with the translucent self-healing cutting mat, plus our swivel rotating cutting mat, because we're starting the week off with our big dogs. These are our big dogs. This is the epitome of what you want to have when you're sewing and quilting and working on things. Use that coupon code couple goals to save 20% off this perfect pairing. It's already on sale, so you're going to get a great deal when you add that coupon code to it. But it's a great pairing.
It is, and it's not a pairing that most people would assume to put together, and we're going to show you why they work so well together. But again, if you go to shop now and go to perfect pairings, you'll see all of our 5 perfectly curated couple pairings of products this week, and all of them are already 5% off. And then you use the code couple goals to get an extra 20% off. And don't forget, all orders over $98 ship for free. Now this is our largest light board with our very popular and bestseller swivel. So you cannot go wrong with these. And Melody's going to show you exactly how they work together. So Melody, I'm going to highlight you. And do you want to go overhead?
Yeah.
The overhead camera?
Okay. I do. So this, guys, is our CutterPillar Glow Ultra light board with the cutting mat on top of it. Like Bethany mentioned, it is our largest light board. So it is 19 inches by 26 inches in size. So you can get your fat quarter when you buy your little fat quarters, which we all love to do. We made it this size on purpose so that you can put your whole fat quarter out on top of the light when you are cutting or whatever, right? So you can put your whole fat quarter right out on here. You can see your grids. You can see what you're doing. You can see to cut on it. But cutting on it is important, but this is the thing. So if you move your cutting mat off, you have your acrylic light board here. Your light settings are adjustable. So there are 4 different light settings. You can kind of see how we have such bright lights in the studios, you guys, like it's so hard to tell that these lights are changing colors, but they are changing, not colors, changing intensities. So what do you do on top of this? Well, you can do a lot of things on top of this. If you are working on any applique patterns, right, you can trace that right on top of here. So normally what we do is, like, if we don't have a light board, when we're trying to trace our applique patterns, we go to the sliding glass door and we tape it up, or we go and we get a flashlight under our glass coffee table and we try to make that work. The glass door or the window is what we've all used so very, very many times. But the sun goes down, and most of us do our crafting at night. When the sun goes down, you can't use your sliding glass door or your window anymore. So you can use your light board for tracing all of your patterns on top of here. The thing is that it's made out of acrylic, so it's super durable. It is not glass, so you can do lots of other crafts on it as well. If you do diamond art, if you do paint by number, if you do vinyl weeding, if you do stained glass, if you do coloring or stamping. We build Legos on this with my grandson all the time. Actually, my husband is building Legos on it right now, not for my grandson, just for himself, because he's a little obsessed with Legos lately. He has it set in the living room on a little table, so he can watch football and build Legos on top of the light, because he's 10 years older than me and his eyes are even worse than mine. So the light is so helpful for it so much. Having your workstation lit up, especially when you're doing like things like Legos or whatever crafts you're doing. Like typically you see all those shadows that my hands are causing because the light's good in here. Like we all try to build our craft rooms with good light. My hands are making shadows on my project. This is the problem that I found out I was having with my eyesight, was I was getting in the way of my projects and I was seeing those shadows. But when you have that light, look at how those disappear. Look at that. There are no more shadows. So you have your workstation lit so you can see exactly what you're doing. So all of those things you do right on the board. But all of our light boards come with a translucent self-healing cutting mat that fit over the top of the board. Now, they are textured on the back. It's hard to see the texture, but they are textured on the back so that when you are using it, it does not slide around. So you can cut your pieces out right on top. And the thing that is so great when you are cutting your pieces, the thing that I love so much is even if you can't see through your fabric, because you're not going to see through all of the fabrics. You're just not. We're not going to pretend that you can. You can see through a lot, but you're not going to see through all of them. Because that light will shine through your ruler, you can line your ruler up on your mat. And they're true to, I don't know how to say that right, Bethany, that they're true measurements on the mat. They're correct.
Yeah, no, they're accurate.
Yeah, they're accurate. So you can see that you're lined up on both sides of your fabric because that light is shining through your ruler. So you get a straight cut every time. When you are doing it without it, when you are cutting on your regular mat, you can't tell if you're off by a tiny little bit usually. I don't know if you can see that very well, but because this light will shine through your rulers, you can see super accurately when you're making your cut. So you can make sure you know that you're square before you go to sew things together. Then if it comes out crooked, you know it's a sewing problem. It's not a cutting problem because you can see exactly what you're doing on top of this. The other thing that is so great about this is when you are doing your bigger quilt blocks, you guys, when you are doing this is my laser cut quilt block, which is I don't even know how big it is. The ones we've been working on, it's super big, but look at that. It will not, like you can use this right on top of here. You don't have to use a tiny light board and like move it all around to find the light because this is already so big. You can do your tracing or your piecing or whatever you're doing. You can set it up right on top of this. And you look at that. You can see through. Let me brighten that up a little bit because you can change that intensity. So you can change how much of it you want to see or not. If you're doing applique patterns or other patterns that are double-sided, you can dim that light down and it makes it not kind of get in the way. So all of those options are just so amazing to have. You can do foundation paper piecing. Bethany, what do you use your Ultra for the most?
When I'm working on big projects, that's when I typically will use it. So I've been working on that laser cut quilt kit applique project with those giant 20-inch by 20-inch blocks, and they're very detailed. I put that entire pattern out and then I put my fabric right on top, and then I'm able to like know exactly where to place and press all of my applique pieces. And it makes it so much easier because the more you have to move your fabric on some of those, the less aligned things will become. And it can be really challenging, and it just makes it so much faster and easier. So I just really like how I've been able to like press through all of those blocks. Like all of my blocks are done. They're sitting in my sewing room down the hall, but I'm now working through like appliquing all of it on, but like it is just so helpful for those bigger projects. Or if you're like, because it is a big mat. Like, let's not, it is like, no, it is a big mat. It is heavy, but it is a workstation. So if you want to set this up, I usually set it up right next to my sewing machine, usually have it on my big island. I just set everything up right there, and I just can like sew and cut and press and sew and cut and press and like use it all right there. It makes a really nice workstation.
Yeah. And I just have mine out all the time on my craft
yeah,
table.
No, I leave it
I do a lot of different crafts. I don't only sew. I'm starting to quilt a lot more. So I'm super happy that I have it, and that's all Bethany's fault. We were talking earlier, you guys, you missed it. We were talking about all of the fabric that we keep buying for all of the projects that we're going to sometimes do. I was showing them to her on our marketing call yesterday. I'm like, look at all this stuff I bought. So we're going to be making more and more, but yeah, and like I said, my husband just leaves it out in the living room. He's a sketch artist, but he's building Legos lately. And so he can sketch on it, but he can also build Legos on it. And it's just out on a little table in the living room where he watches football and stuff. And so it's just always there. We have two now because he stole mine. I had to get another one, but they're just always out. You just never know when you need that extra light. So that is what's so great about the Ultra. We have several light boards. The thing that is so great for the Ultra is if you have the space and you are looking for a stationary workstation that can be lit up, because you can use it with or without the cutting mat. This is the one to get. This is the one to get to keep at home. You can travel with it. You can take it. We do make a tote for it. I've flown with it. I've had it as my carry-on before. You can do it. It is heavy though. It's about 11 pounds. So it's nice to be able to just have it out and on a table all the time. The storage bag is great to put it away if you want to put it away, but it's great to have as your workstation.
In your sewing room, you have your sewing station, you have your ironing station or pressing station, you have your cutting station. This is its own station, and it can be so many different things. It can be a cutting station, a tracing station, an applique station, a foundation paper piecing station. You can press on it with the glass mat if you ever want to use that, but we've decided to pair it with something else because you guys have seen us pair it with the glass mat.
With the glass mat a lot, yes.
We decided to pair it with the swivel, and you're thinking, why would you pair the swivel with the Ultra? And it's because it fits on top of the Ultra, and because this is all clear and translucent, you can then use the light from the Ultra to light up your swivel to get those perfectly squared blocks and everything. And then the swivel still works perfectly right on top of the Ultra, which Melody is going to show you right now.
Look at that. Now you can use the swivel with our other light boards, but it does hang off the edge a little bit, but you can have it right on the Ultra light board, you guys, and then you can you can square your pieces up.
The swivel is not small, but it looks small on the Ultra.
On the Ultra, it does look small.
It does, but it does look really small. A good size. I mean, how big is this? It's what, about 14 inches in diameter?
It's about 15.
Okay.
Yeah. Like when you got the base is about 15 inches. So you can, this
is 14.
This is 10 and a half or so. So this is a little bit, my square right here is a little bit big for the swivel, but you can like set your square.
I square up on my blocks.
You square everything up on this because then you can cut it and you can just spin it, cut it and spin it.
Square triangles on it, or all of my flying geese I cut on it. My foundation paper piecing I'll cut on it because a lot of times my foundation paper piecing I'm piecing all these things together and then I'm trimming it down and they're all crazy shapes. So again, the swivel.
Yeah, and so you see how well it spins. It spins on ball bearings. Yes. So this is the thing about rotating cutting mats that I have found. And Bethany, you let me know if you found this as well. The thing I have found about is that either it doesn't turn
smoothly
at all, or smoothly, or it's only turn. It doesn't stop. So those two issues.
And then your cut is curvy.
And then your cut is curvy because it keeps spinning. Those two things we have solved with this one because we have little stoppers all around the edges. So when you are going to square it up and you want to move it, as soon as you put pressure down to do your cutting,
have to put a lot of pressure.
No, you don't have.
Some of them you have to really lean your whole body weight into.
No, you just
you have control over.
Just with my fingers, and it doesn't move, and then I can cut it without it slipping on me. And so it is so great. It is a really, really great thing. The other thing that is really cool about it is the cutting mat that comes with it. It's extra thick. You can cut on both sides of this one. So you can flip it over. And what I usually do is if I'm squaring something up, I use the grid on this, right? So I put my block down, I use the grid, I square it up, I continue to my next one, whatever. But if I'm cutting out something with a little template, either a hexie or a different square or a triangle template, you can put that on the back side because you don't need the measurements. you can still see the measurements, but they're backwards. But then you can cut on this side as well. So you can cut on both sides of it. Yeah. And then when you use it and it gets so well loved that you've used it so very, very many times, because that's what's going to happen for all of us. This cutting mat piece is replaceable. Sorry, I dropped it. It's replaceable. So you don't have to get a whole new system if you need a new cutting mat, which is really nice.
Can you move the cutting mat off of it for a second? And I just want you guys to see, leave the base down. You lose the base in the camera completely because of just how bright that light board is. And all you see is the little ball bearings and just the perimeter.
Yep.
And it doesn't take much to like barely touch that, and then it stops spinning. I have some of the other ones. Before I started working with CutterPillar, I had a different rotating mat. I never reached for it because I used to get so frustrated with how easily it would move. I'm trying to hold my fabric, my ruler, my rotary cutter, and I just want to square up my block. And it's so hard to do when you have it, you can't control the base and it just keeps moving. And it's frustrating. So
it's so frustrating.
Been there, done that. And especially when you spend a ton of money on them. And this one, you don't have to spend a ton of money on. And it's wonderful.
We have paired our two favorites together. Yes. Our biggest light board, the Glow Ultra, along with the swivel, guys, is our first day of our Perfect Pairings week, our couples week. Use the code 20. You'll get 20% off when you use the code Couple Goals, only on these Perfect Pairings. That coupon code doesn't work for other products this week. It's just for this special that we're doing. But we're going to do a new product every day this week. Mm-hmm. We're going to come back and show you our next one tomorrow, same time. So come back and join us for that. But this is probably, I mean, I love all the pairings that we put together. I love all of our kids, but this might be my favorite kid.
Yeah, this one's my favorite because it's not one that we talk about a whole lot. And I think it gets people to think outside the box of how they can, other ways they can use our products. If you have used your Ultra and Swivel together, or you get this and you decide to try fun ways or come up with fun ways to use these two together, be sure to hop on over to our Facebook group, the CutterPillar Creations Hub, and share those pictures or share your story about how you love pairing these two together. Or maybe it's your first time pairing them together and now your mind's blown and you're like, I didn't even think about these two together, and now you're all excited to make all these new things. So we'd love to see it. Please share that over in our Facebook group, CutterPillar.
I will tell you a non-conventional crafting sewing way that I used it.
Let's hear it.
So we took the mat off. My best friend, she already knows, my best friend who, if you guys travel and come see us at shows, she's with me a lot. Keisha, who goes to shows, and she and I are besties. And she has a pool at her house. We had a pool party last spring, and we put the Glow Ultra on her island in her kitchen, and we put drinks on the rotating mat in like a rainbow area. And
because it's a lazy Susan.
Okay, they were Jello shots, but we put them on here and they glowed. They were so cute because we added like colored cellophane around it. Yeah. We had them on here and it all glowed and it was so cute. So you can use this, guys, as a charcuterie tray. You can put your drinks or Jello shots or candy you could set up on here, like make a cute little design out of M&Ms or jelly beans or whatever.
Cupcake,
so cute.
Cake, all of that. Like cake. You just wipe it clean and then keep crafting.
Keep crafting. Wipe it off and keep, because it's a nice solid ABS plastic, so it's a good and durable, so you can do all of that stuff with it too. So
just don't put it in the dishwasher.
Don't put it in the dishwasher. Don't do that.
Don't do that. Hand wash only.
But it was so fun. Everyone thought that we were a little nutty to do that, but it was so cute.
I think
they all glowed. It was fun.
Yeah, I love that you think outside the box and do that. That's really cute. I probably wouldn't have thought of that, and that's so fun. And what a fun party display that nobody else is going to have.
Nobody else had it. Nobody else had it. Just us.
Well, this was fun, Melody. I'm glad that we're kicking off Monday with something really fun and lovey-dovey. There's a lot in store for you this week. If you're not signed up for our newsletter, you definitely should, because we send out emails about these special events and these lives, and you do not want to miss the couples date night crafty party. I can't wait to see what they're making.
I can't wait for that either.
And then you'll get to notify of all of these amazing couple pairings that we're going to be doing. So come back tomorrow, same time, same place, but with a new couple pairing of CutterPillar products. And we'll see you then.
See you then. Thanks, guys.